Santa Catalina Island, California. For years now, while the Mitsubishi brand has languished here in the US, other parts of the world have been enjoying the Outlander PHEV. It's Europe's best-selling plug-in hybrid, and Mitsubishi has been improving on it over the years, testing it, refining the technology and punishing the vehicle in competitions like the Baja Portuguer 500 and the Asia Cross Country Rally. Now, as electric vehicles begin to gain greater acceptance, and as Mitsu turns its brand around, it will finally offer the Outlander PHEV in America at the end of this year. As Mitsubishi prepares to launch the Outlander PHEV stateside, we had the rare opportunity to drive it across the interior of Santa Catalina Island, off the coast of Los Angeles, to test it out on some rugged, scenic roads. Sitting inside the Outlander PHEV, we were actually pleased with the interior. It was simple and clean, and the plastics didn't feel especially cheap. Sure, it wasn't the thoughtful design or plush touchpoints of the other available plug-in crossovers on the market, but the Outlander PHEV also doesn't share the same price tag. We definitely found it to be more attractive and appealing than the inside of, say, a Chevrolet Equinox. If you were expecting a pile of hot garbage from Mitsubishi, you're way off. When we popped open the rear liftgate to take a look, we found our near-ideal tailgating vehicle. In the rear cargo area was a ton of space, a large speaker, cup holders and a standard 3-prong outlet, perfect for plugging in a slow cooker, blender, or any other appliance you could find useful at a football game or campsite. Later, when we would take a break from our drive at Catalina Island's Shark Harbor, we'd be treated to a smoothie prepared in a blender plugged into the AC outlet. If you happen to use all 12 kilowatt-hours of energy, the gas engine will fire up to serve as a generator. The Toyota 4Runner may have had the party mode button, but the Outlander PHEV would be our pick for the stadium parking lot. As we passed through a gate at the edge of the town of Avalon and headed up a dirt road across the interior of Catalina Island, we were quickly impressed with the way the Outlander PHEV handled the rocky, dusty trails from which most drivers are normally prohibited. The steering feel was light but communicative, and we were really able to tell what was going on between the front wheels and the rugged surface beneath them. For green drivers, having 3 driver-selectable modes available, along with various levels of regeneration, gives a sense of control. Mitsubishi took the geeky route. But for a normal customer, they just want to drive this vehicle like any other vehicle, they don't need to. It remained composed in the corners, its low center of gravity and super all-wheel control, SAWC, 4-wheel drive system minimizing roll and providing stability. It took a fair amount of effort to get this thing to give up any traction, and we weren't keen on attracting the ire of Conservancy rangers by flagrantly breaking the island's 25-mile-per-hour speed limit on blind corners to do so. The Outlander PHEV borrows those fantastic paddle shifters we loved so much in the Lancer Evolution. They serve a different purpose here, though, as this plug-in only uses a single, fixed reduction gear. Instead, the paddles adjust the strength of the regenerative braking. There are 5 levels of regen, 6 if you count the zero regen setting, allowing you to choose between coasting and something near one-pedal driving. While full regen won't bring you to a complete stop, it will slow you down significantly. We found the varied range of regeneration especially useful when descending a steep, bumpy hill. The car has 2 suites of drive modes, one automatic, the other selected by the driver. The car will automatically choose between all-electric, parallel hybrid, using both the gasoline and electric motors to drive the wheels, and series hybrid, gas motor works as a generator, driving. It selects whichever of the 3 modes will provide the most efficient driving under the current driving situation, whether cruising through town or on the highway, or towing or driving uphill. The 3 driver-selectable modes are chosen via buttons on the center console. The EV button makes all-electric driving a priority, but the gas engine can still come on if the situation, low charge or heavy acceleration, for instance, requires it. The battery save button maintains up to 90% of the battery's charge. That extra 10% allows room to take advantage of the regenerative braking without wasting that free energy. Battery charge mode keeps the engine running in order to charge the lithium-ion battery, making sure you always have enough power when you need it. We found that the vehicle had ample power climbing the steep Catalina hills in EV mode, and if the engine ever came on, we didn't notice. When not in EV mode, the engine was still quiet, and we only heard it working hard when we were really pushing the car with a low charge. For green drivers, having those modes available, along with various levels of regeneration, gives a sense of control. On some electrified vehicles, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid and Hyundai Ioniq Hybrid and plug-in come to mind. That level of interaction is limited in order to provide an approachable, straightforward driving experience for the mainstream buyer. Mitsubishi took the geeky route. From our market research, some of the real EV or FEV